What if I told you there's a secret minigame tied to hidden treasures that only 3% of Monster Hunter players have experienced? More than double this amount of players have grinded to Master Rank 200, and the achievement for 100% completing this feature is just as rare as obtaining every achievement in base world. The best part about this is that the feature really isn't all that hidden, so let's dive into why no one has really done it. Throughout the game, you're able to meet with and gain the trust of various feline clans. Each region has its own civilization of cats, and the player must complete a series of cultural exchange bounties that involve a series of side activities leading up to an alliance to that respective tribe. Gaining the respect of these guys provides various new palico gadgets as well as the ability to ride on small monsters of that same region. For example, in Ancient Forest you can now ride on Rarest. This is nowhere near as effective as riding a Palamute in Rise, but it's still a nice option to travel over to your target while kicking your feet back. Anyway, once you've reached this point, you can then earn unity levels with that respective tribe. This is basically the same thing as increasing your hunter rank, and you do so by fighting alongside the tribe out on your hunts. You might be wondering, this is all cool and all, but what does this have to do with the video? Well, this hidden minigame I've been referring to doesn't unlock until you reach unity level 6. It's actually quite tedious leveling this up, as reporting your progress after a hunt gives less progress than desired. If you're impatient like me, here's how you can increase your unity rank super fast. You're going to want to activate the wide range and mushroom answer skills. Whether this be through decorations or armor doesn't matter. This method is also way more efficient if you can also get the free meal and speed eating skills activated. Once you've done this, stock up on blue mushrooms and load into the region with the tribe that you want to level up. Leave camp and use the cool trail rider gadget to summon one of the felines. From here, fly back to camp, eat a mushroom and report to the handler. You basically gain the same XP as hunting a monster, and once this initial setup is complete, you can just eat and speak to the handler over and over again until you hit unity level 6. After eating a few more mushrooms than anyone would really want to do, we can finally engage with this minigame. Paw swap. Head over to the feline's hidden base, interact with them and we can get started. Here's the rundown. You'll be able to offer the cats an item, and the goal here is to offer something that they get excited about. In my case, I was interacting with the bug trappers who seemingly always liked it when I offered traps up for trade. Pretty much anything of value seems to work, but sometimes they can be a bit picky. I recommend bringing a whole inventory of different items and cycling through them. Truly anything can proc this reaction, sometimes even a potion or a mega potion will do the job, so just make sure to keep trying. Periodically, after offering a good item, the trail riders will respond by hinting you towards a treasure within that locale. Figure out their clues, or look at the wiki like I did, and you'll find yourself at the treasure location. And just as easy as that, we get a Steam achievement that only 3% of the Monster Hunter player base has achieved. But as I hinted towards at the start of the video, there's an additional 2 achievements tied to these treasures. One is to find every treasure in the game, but the other more bite-sized achievement is to find every treasure within one region. With 10 treasures per region, this isn't an incredibly daunting task, it's definitely tedious. You can only activate Paw Swap 3 times per expedition. This means you have to constantly reset, run all the way over to whoever you're interacting with at the time, just for a chance that they don't even offer you a treasure hint. And this can happen. I went multiple investigations in a row without getting a single treasure hint. According to the Monster Hunter wiki, some hints may not be provided to the player until you progress further into the game. What this essentially means is just reaching high rank or master rank, which I'm sure many of you have already done. The unity rank beyond the first treasure didn't seem to particularly impact how many hints these guys were giving me, it sort of just seemed like RNG. So I'm currently editing this video and I learned something that would have saved me so much time. I read a YouTube comment saying that you can simply fast travel to the camp whenever you unlock Paw Swap with that region. And so it turns out, yeah, that's exactly correct. Anyway, let's dive back in. As we progress further and further and collect more treasure tips, they become gradually more tedious to complete. Now, instead of deciphering one hint and going over to the location to get the treasure, now you have to do it 2 to 3 times. Yes, so one hint will lead you to a location that simply rewards you with another hint as to where the real treasure is. Outside of this, there's not a whole lot else I can say without waffling, and after a few hours of wandering around the ancient forest, we finally collect the final treasure and unlock an achievement only 1.2% of players have got. And if you think I'm going for the achievement to find all of the treasure, you're insane. Now, I'll be honest, this feature is boring. My original plan was for this to be a full video. Yet we're only 5 minutes in and I've pretty much covered everything there is to cover. I would be mindlessly waffling in order to drag the video out longer. So you know what else is a really boring feature tied to rare achievements in this game? Rare pets. There's quite a few different achievements we can unlock revolving around pets that are surprisingly easy to get. Well, some of them anyway. I'll explain. Using the capture net, we're able to collect a wide variety of endemic life. Much like regular large monsters, the size of these creatures can vary, and it's possible to acquire crown versions of them as well. You've likely messed around with this once or twice, but ultimately given up on completing your Pokédex, as seemingly there's little to no reward for doing it. After capturing something, we can head back to our hunter's room, speak to the butler, and place the pets around to liven up the place. I don't spend much time here, and I often forget that it even exists in the first place. But you know what is a nice flex? Having rare pets running around. Not only this, but capturing a select type of rare pet will provide achievements ranging in rarity from 8% all the way down to only 2% of players having unlocked them. But how do you get one of these guys? I recommend looking at the wiki for spawn locations, as they're typically locked to one very specific area. Getting them to spawn can take hours of loading in and out of an area, or staying in one location until it spawns. I wanted to go for the golden macaw, as not only do I not have this achievement, but also monkey. Luckily for me, after a bit of research, I found out there's a Furious Rajang event quest named Monkey Business that guarantees it to spawn in Area 6 of the Hoarfrost Reach. Monkey. What? I actually tried to get the wrong one, I'm so stupid. Of course it wouldn't be fair to leave the other gold chimp out, so we'll deal with him as well. Surprise, surprise, the local tri-rider came in to help us, giving us some Unity level XP. Funny how things come back to square one, isn't it? It's like the game's begging me to find more treasure. With our new friend ready to join us, I headed back to the room and placed him down in the hot springs where he belongs. How about we go 3 for 3? Here's a bonus achievement you can also get that's really straightforward to get your hands on. Guild cards are a fun way to essentially display your Monster Hunter career to other players. There's a few things we can do to customise this, but what we're mainly interested in is sending it out to other players and obtaining their guild cards in return. If you manage to retain 50 of these, you'll get the achievement. Now, while this sounds easy to do, somehow I've never managed to do this passively over time. And with the rarity of this achievement only being 3%, I doubt many of you have it either. Well, here's how you can get the achievement quickly. Change your guild card settings to auto send and receive and join a multiplayer lobby. Open the lobby playlist, select all, and send your card out. What you'll typically find is that some other players in the lobby also have auto reply turned on, which will result in you making a bit of progress each time you do this. If you send your card out for the first time you log in to play each day, combined with passively gaining some here and there, and you'll get this achievement in no time at all. My auto reply is still turned on, so try out this method and see if you can get your hands on my guild card. Leave a comment below or tweet me a screenshot if you manage to do it. Also let me know, should I 100% world before Wilds comes out? In the meantime, however, we're going to be taking a close look at Safi'jiiva. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe and stick around for next week. I'm sure a lot of you will enjoy it. Thanks for watching.